Have you ever been watching a football match and it goes to a penalty shootout? The player steps up, places the ball on the 12-yard spot, and the crowd is chanting, screaming, demanding a goal. And then they miss. Suddenly everyone in the stadium, everyone at home just hates the player they were cheering for just minutes ago. Penalty shootouts are the most stressful moments a footballer can face. Some players seem to thrive, some just crumble. But why? Imagine this. You're on a stage in front of 60,000 people. You have to recite the last 10 things you ate. The whole audience is shouting at you, giving instructions, screaming threats. You stand eye to eye with someone staring into your soul, trying to get inside your mind. People are pointing lasers into your eyes. You're nervous, you're anxious. Naturally, you mess up your words, you trip up your words, you freeze. But this is just a rehearsal for footballers. On the pitch, the stakes are higher. One kick can make people love you or hate you. A single moment decides heroes or villains. When a player steps up to take a penalty, stress floods their system. The heart races, adrenaline spikes, muscles tense. The more they think about failing, the less they focus on what they actually need to do. Strike the ball cleanly. Some players focus too much on the goalkeeper, watching, analysing, trying to outguess instead of executing their own technique. That's why even the best can crumble at the finest moments. Goalkeepers have their own nightmares. They might face 5, 6, in Onana's case, even more penalties in a shootout. Their job is to read the taker, anticipate the strike, and manipulate their mind. Some study players for hours, memorising tendencies. Some use tricks, writing notes in a water bottle, or just staring at an empty bottle to make the taker second guess themselves. Even when it seems random, there's always a science to it. Some of the best, like Neuer, can save by predicting patterns or forcing hesitation. That split-second pause can be enough to make the player miss. Some players are penalty legends, cold, calculated and precise. Szoboszlai, Jorginho, Zidane. They almost never miss. Others become cautionary tales. Roberto Baggio, one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. The best to do it for Italy. Missed a crucial penalty in the 1994 World Cup final. One kick turned him from hero to the face of a heartbreak. It shows fragile confidence. One moment can define a career. When a player steps up to take a penalty, it's not just about skill, it's about what's happening inside their body and their mind. The heart rate skyrockets, pumping blood faster than ever, muscles tense, and breathing can become shallow. This is the body's fight or flight response kicking in. Prepare to react to a threat. But here, the threat, it ain't a tiger. It's the entire stadium, millions of eyes, and a single ball. Adrenaline spikes, which can sharpen focus in some situations, but in penalties, it often backfires. Too much adrenaline makes precise motor control harder. Tiny muscles in the foot, which control exactly how the ball is struck, becomes less steady. That's why even technically perfect players sometimes sky the ball or misplace a shot. The body is literally betraying them under pressure. Meanwhile, the brain is overloaded. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and decision making, competes with the amygdala, the part that processes fear and stress. The more the players worry about missing, the more the amygdala takes over. Anxiety grows, concentration narrows, and players often fixate on the goalkeeper rather than their own technique. This is called choking under pressure, a well-studied phenomenon in sports psychology. Interestingly, the visual system also reacts. Players under extreme stress tend to overanalyze the goalkeeper's movements. Their gaze becomes locked and they may delay or misjudge their strike. In split seconds, the difference between a perfect goal and a near miss comes down to how the brain and body cope with pressure. Even experience doesn't make a player immune. Repeated exposure, it can help train the nervous system to handle stress, but when the stakes are sky high, A World Cup final, a Champions League decider, even seasoned pros feel the tension in every heartbeat. That's why penalties are as much as a test of the mind as the foot. So next time you watch a penalty shootout, remember, it's more than just a kick. It's a test of nerves, mind and body. One moment, one decision and one strike can make somebody a hero or a villain. And in football, pressure, it isn't just part of the game. At the penalty spot, it's everything.